Dopamine, the one hormone or neurotransmitter, whatever you want to call it, is the one aspect of your life, which if you get under control, will be the greatest ally you ever had. But if your life is not going the way you want and you're constantly encountering a lack of motivation or failures, the odds are that it's an addiction to cheap dopamine that's ruining your life in real time. In the modern world, our lives are increasingly governed by technology and instant gratification. The digital age has brought unparalleled convenience, but it also comes with hidden costs. One of the most insidious effects of our tech-driven lives is dopamine addiction. This phenomenon, which revolves around the brain's pleasure chemical, dopamine, is subtly shaping our behaviors and decisions, often to our detriment. But how do you gain control over it and finally use it to your advantage? We reveal it all today. But before we go further, hit that like button and subscribe to Gentleman's Guidepost, the only channel you need in your pursuit of perfection. Understanding dopamine. So, here's the deal with dopamine. Imagine it as your brain's little reward fairy, sprinkling feel-good dust whenever you do something enjoyable, like eating your favorite dessert, finishing a workout, or having a great conversation. That rush you feel, that's dopamine. But here's where it gets tricky. Our modern world is bombarding us with artificial dopamine triggers. Social media, video games, even emails, they're all designed to keep us hooked by constantly triggering these dopamine releases. And that, my friend, is where the trouble starts, because your brain cannot intuitively distinguish between good and bad types of dopamine. It just recognizes a feel-good factor and gets hooked, which means it's the beginning of a trap or a cycle, which could take years to break or overcome. The digital dopamine trap. Picture this. Every time you get a like on your Instagram post or a notification on Facebook, you get a little hit of dopamine. It feels great, right? That's exactly what keeps us coming back for more. We've become so used to these instant rewards that it's pulling us away from real-life interactions and responsibilities. Social media is a prime culprit. Platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook are like slot machines. You never know when you'll hit the jackpot with a new like or comment. It's that unpredictability that keeps us glued to our screens. But this constant need for digital validation is leading to anxiety, depression, and a sense of emptiness. The impact on mental health. I've felt it too. This endless cycle of checking my phone that can leave me feeling anxious, restless, and irritable. The problem lies in the nature of these digital dopamine hits, which provide only fleeting moments of satisfaction. We're perpetually left craving more, unable to find lasting contentment in the barrage of notifications and updates. Studies consistently back this up. People who spend a significant amount of time on social media platforms tend to experience higher levels of anxiety, depression, and a general sense of dissatisfaction. This impact is particularly pronounced among young people, whose brains are still in crucial stages of development and are more vulnerable to these negative effects. The constant exposure to curated images and idealized lifestyles can distort their self-image and emotional well-being, making it especially challenging for them to cope with the pressures of modern digital life. Physical health consequences. And it's not just our minds that suffer. Our bodies take a hit too. Sitting in front of screens for hours on end leads to a sedentary lifestyle, which can cause all sorts of health problems like obesity and heart disease. Plus, the blue light from screens messes with our sleep, leading to insomnia. And we both know how cranky we get without enough sleep. Then there are the physical strains. Ever heard of text neck or carpal tunnel syndrome? They're real issues from maintaining poor posture and repetitive movements. Chronic pain and discomfort are no joke. The social impact. Let's talk about our social lives. We're so caught up in our digital worlds that we often neglect face-to-face relationships. This can leave us feeling isolated and lonely, despite being constantly connected online. It's ironic, isn't it? Plus, the constant comparison on social media can make us feel inadequate. Seeing everyone's highlight reels can really mess with our self-esteem and make us unhappy with our own lives. This social media envy is something I've struggled with, and I know I'm not alone. Breaking the cycle. So, how do we break free from this cycle? It all starts with awareness. Recognizing how dopamine addiction is affecting us is the first step. Here are a few ideas that are tried and tested. 1. Set boundaries. Let's limit our screen time and create tech-free zones at home. How about no phones during meals or an hour before bed? 2. Practice mindfulness. Activities like meditation, yoga, or deep breathing can help us become more aware of our habits and reduce the urge for instant gratification. 3. Reconnect with nature. Spending time outdoors and engaging in activities that don't involve screens can give us natural dopamine boosts. Let's go for more nature walks or start a garden. 4. Cultivate real-life relationships. We should prioritize spending quality time with family and friends. Meaningful conversations in person can ground us and reduce our dependency on digital interactions. 5. Seek professional help. If it feels like too much to handle on our own, a therapist or counselor can provide strategies and support to help us break free from these addictive behaviors. Building a healthier relationship with technology. Let's be honest, it's 2024 and there's no way we can eliminate all digital instruments from our lives, and frankly, we don't need to ditch technology entirely, but we can definitely use it more mindfully. Here's what will make it an ally rather than a destroyer. 1. Use technology with intention. Let's be deliberate about our tech usage. Instead of mindlessly scrolling, we can set specific goals for our online activities, like connecting with friends, learning new skills, or staying informed about current events. 2. Practice digital detoxes. Taking breaks from digital devices can reset our brain's reward system. Maybe we can try a weekend without screens or dedicate a day to offline activities. 3. Create tech-free rituals. Establishing daily or weekly rituals that don't involve technology can provide a sense of fulfillment and joy. Reading a book, journaling, or engaging in a creative hobby can be very satisfying. 4. Monitor screen time. Using apps and tools that track our screen time can give us insights into our digital habits. This data can help us make more conscious choices about our tech usage. 5. Encourage a balanced lifestyle. Incorporating a variety of activities into our daily routine, like physical exercise, social interactions, and hobbies, can provide diverse sources of pleasure and satisfaction, reducing our reliance on digital dopamine hits. Dopamine addiction is a real challenge that's affecting us in so many ways. By understanding how it works and taking proactive steps to manage our tech usage, we can regain control and lead healthier, more balanced lives. Technology has the potential to enrich our lives, but we need to use it mindfully and avoid falling into the trap of constant digital gratification. Let's foster awareness, set boundaries, and promote a balanced lifestyle, so we can break free from dopamine addiction and reclaim our well-being. Now hit that subscribe button to join Gentleman's Guidepost, the only community you need to become unstoppable in your pursuit of greatness. Thank you for watching.